Yes, yo, creators, rated t.s.m, and welcome back to my channel. Now, I know that I promised you guys that I was going to be more consistent about my posting, and obviously that is not what happened. Not because I was lazy or anything, but because I was going to start this new series called Rona Goals, and the thing is, with how much I was working and how inconsistent my hours were, I just figured it's better to just start again when I go back to school, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays I have only one 8 a.m. class, so that's a great thing for me. I also like having 8 a.m.s because now that I'm at home, I'm sorry, there's the recycling truck who's making noise, but thank goodness the recycling and the trash are being picked up. Because, you know, there's been delays all over the place where I live, and I'm very fortunate, so thank you for your service. But as for all the goals I wanted to complete, I just figured it'd be, since I have all this time now and I'm not really working as much, it'll just be better. Also, the video I was going to make last month, it's not really reflective of how I accomplished goal number 1. So I don't have a list of goals that I wanted to accomplish. These are just things that just kind of come in my mind, and things I'm thinking, you know what, I need to change, because I really do believe if you've not spent any time being introspective during the pandemic, whether or not you're staying at home as much as you are or working more or whatever, I think that, you know, you need to take a moment to be introspective and think, okay, what do I need to work on? There are 3 things that I think are important to work on. Whether or not it's your personality, how do I want to change my interactions with people, your lifestyle, like in terms of how you live in your house, and I guess what clothes you wear, and also health and fitness. So for me, lifestyle and health and fitness are the things that I try to focus on the most. So health and fitness is probably what I'm doing the most of, and lifestyle in terms of that, that was the thing that was one of the first things that I really did, and decided I was going to do a massive overhaul of my room. I got rid of about 75% of my clothes, and I can finally put more clothes in my closet. I'm not going to, but I can finally put more clothes in my closet. And in my drawer, I finally don't hate opening it, because I would almost never open it. I would just throw clothes in there, and it was because there was just too many things in it. So because of that, I can now finally just take out my house clothes outfits. And I never showed that, but I had just 2 mountains on my bed. A smaller mountain of clothes I will keep, and a bigger mountain of clothes I will donate, and a small bag of trash, because some things you obviously just can't donate. Like, please don't think you can donate panties. I don't know if there's anybody out there that thinks that they can. Please don't think you can donate stuff like that. And probably even socks are not a good idea either, unless you've never worn them. I also just got rid of a bunch of stuff of hidden clutter. I believe hidden clutter is the worst kind of clutter, because it gives you it conditions you to be in this out of sight, out of mind and mindset, which is not good. Because when you think of your clutter as out of sight, out of mind, well, you're thinking of it in terms, you're not thinking of it in terms of, this is something that I need to get rid of, and that if I really do need it later on, I can buy again. You're thinking of it in terms of, like, oh, I'm just throw it in here and get rid of it later. No, don't think that to yourself, okay? Get rid of it. Don't allow the clutter to accumulate. So that is one thing that I was seriously working on. I'm still working on that day by day, by trying to declutter all my toiletries. I had a serious problem with overbuying makeup and nail polish and lotions and stuff like that. So now what I've been doing is slowly I'm trying to get rid of all the lotions and nail polishes, and I actually threw away a bunch of nail polishes because they only last about 2 years anyway. But I had some nail polish from Korea, and I threw away one because it was just a clumpy, not sparkly, because they're all supposed to be glittery mess. So that, plus the fact that I'm also trying to just use up all the rest of the lip products that I have, because I have too many. Really, I still haven't even really made a dent in the samples, or I guess free prize that I got at Fashion Week, which fortunately lipstick lasts for a good amount of time, but I shouldn't just be hoarding this stuff and having it in my room. I also, in terms of health goals, those are things I'm also working on. For example, I'm just going to be a little bit blunt and with this one, but I bought a menstrual cup. I had a Diva cup. I have no idea what happened to it in Korea, because I had the Diva cup, and my host family, I don't know if they did something with it, because I sat it with my stuff in the bathroom, and I guess I went to go do something. It was gone. and I couldn't explain to them what had happened. So it was just really weird and kind of gross because we all know where that stuff goes. So I bought the salt cup because I honestly did not love the Viva cup for the simple fact that it kept pushing in my urethra and it was very uncomfortable. So I tried the salt cup. Right now it doesn't seem like it'll push into my urethra, but we'll see how it goes. I bought the 2-pack one so that I could use it for heavier days and lighter days. So yeah, stuff like that. I know I don't normally get that TMI, but I mean, it's just a part of health goals, and I'm just gonna be honest. That's what one of my goals is. I still have some pads left. I'm gonna use those because I don't want to waste them. But yeah, basically that's a part of my health goals. Another goal is I'm trying to slowly transition into a vegan lifestyle. I know that I can't just jump into it, so I'm taking the process. It says day by day. First of all, the first thing I give it was eggs about 3 months ago because I just kept tasting eggs and they were just disgusting. I don't know what was wrong, but they just tasted disgusting. And I just figured, you know what? I asked for some recommendations from a friend that I have that is vegan. And if you guys remember Hannah from my videos, she's vegan. So I asked her for some recommendations and for some information, and I watched some vegan documentaries on Netflix, and they were really, really life-changing and inspiring. And she also really inspired me because when I saw how she looked after maybe a month or 2 of exercise, it's on a vegan diet too, like how she looked, it was just amazing. And it wasn't, she had already been on that diet when she went to Korea. So the fact that how good she looked really made me think, wow, I need to change my life too. Especially since I don't feel like I'm accomplishing the goals I want to accomplish with exercise, quite honestly. So I'm going to definitely work on that. I've given up pork about 2 weeks ago. So, and tomorrow I'm going to eat my last beef sausage. So after that, I want to be done with beef. As for cheese, no more cheese. I've already given up on the cheese life. And I bought some chocolate yesterday because I know that I love chocolate and I know that I'm going to miss it. So the way I'm going about it is that I'm eating certain things that I like to eat for the last time, essentially. Like, I don't like dark chocolate. I hate dark chocolate. So chocolate and I were parting ways after I finished my Ferrero Rocher. And Werther's Original, I'm way too obsessed with Werther's Original. It's unhealthy, and then I'm going to stop eating that. And I'm also gonna, I know Oreos are vegan in the US, but I don't want to be that person who eats a bunch of junk food, because that's the kind of thing that you can easily get sucked into, is vegan junk food. Because you think to yourself, oh, Oreos are tasty, Oreos are good, they're vegan. And there's also the fact that there's some ethical issues with palm oil as well. So those are really the goals that I'm looking forward to help. And also exercising more. I know that for a couple months I would exercise, but then it got so hot in my house that I wasn't doing it as much. But yeah, in terms of food and also exercise, that's definitely what my goals are. And definitely making sure that I get back to my sleep schedule, because yeah, I don't know what happened lately. I was just decided, like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to bed past 11 o'clock or whatever. But things take time, and my health goals are definitely things that I'm slowly getting towards. In terms of language goals, yeah, Japanese, I exceeded my expectations in terms of how much language I've been studying over during Rona. And Korean, I have exceeded, I know that's not a word, my expectations during Rona. So I would like to study Korean a lot more, and definitely, not that I want to study Japanese less, but now that the JLPT has been canceled, yeah, I'm kind of not happy about that. But I'm gonna make more videos, do more things, and especially probably talk about, all my Rona goals in separate videos and how I'm accomplishing stuff. So thank you guys. Bye, critics. Shitsurei shimasu.